Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
Bhagavati Uttama Sloke.
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke.
Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki.
Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki.
Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 15, verse 46. Te sadhu krita sarvatha.
Te sadhu krita sarvatha.
Jnatva
Yatvantikam atmana.
Manasa dharayamasu.
Manasa dharayam asur.
Vaikuntha charanambujam.
Vaikuntha charanam bhujam.
Te sadhu krita sarvata.
Te sadhu krita sarvata.
Jnatva atmana.
Yatvantikam atmana.
Manasa dharayamasu.
Manasa dharayam asur.
Vaikuntha charanambujam.
Vaikuntha charanam bhujam.
Krishna Chandrananda Kumar.
Te sadhu krita sarvatha.
Te sadhu krita sarvata.
Yatvati antikam atmana.
Manasa
dharayam asur.
Manasa dharayam asur.
Vaikuntha charanam bhujam.
Vaikuntha charanam bhujam. Te sadhu krita sarvata.
Te sadhu krita sarvatha.
Gyatvan tyantikam atmana.
Yatvati antikam atmana.
Manasa dharayam asur.
Manasa dharayam asur.
Vaikuntha charanam bhujam.
Vaikuntha charanam bhujam.
Translation purport by Sri Venkatesha Charanarinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Jai.
Synonyms. They, all of them.
They, all of them.
Sadhu Krita, having performed everything worthy of a saint.
Sadhu Krita, having performed everything worthy of a saint.
Everything worthy of a saint.
Sarva Artha, that which include everything worthy.
Sarva Artha,
that which includes everything worthy.
Jnatva, knowing it well.
Jnatva, knowing it well.
Knowing it well.
The Atyantikam, the ultimate.
Atyantikam, the ultimate.
Atmana of the living being.
Atmana of the living being.
Manasa, within the mind.
Manasa, within the mind.
Dharayamasu, sustained.
Dharayamasu, sustained.
Vaikuntha, the Lord of the spiritual sky.
Vaikuntha, the Lord of the spiritual sky.
Charanam, Ambujam, the lotus.
Karana Ambujam,
the lotus feet.
Translation, please repeat after me. They all had performed all the principles of religion.
They all had performed all the principles of religion.
And as a result, rightly decided that.
And as a result, rightly decided that
The lotus feet of the Lord Sri Krishna are the supreme goal of all.
The
The
lotus
lotus
feet
feet
of
of the Lord
Sri Krishna are the supreme goal of all.
Therefore, they meditated upon his feet without interruption.
Therefore, they meditated upon his feet without interruption.
Purport.
Purport. In the Bhagavad Gita 7.28, the Lord says that only those who have done pious deeds in previous lives have become freed from the results of the impious acts, can concentrate upon the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna. The Pandavas, not only in this life, but also in their previous lives, had always performed the supreme pious work, and thus they are ever free from all the reactions of impious work. It is quite reasonable, therefore, that they concentrated their minds upon the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. According to Sri Vishwanatha Chakravarti, Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha principles are accepted by persons who are not free from the results of impious actions. Such persons affected with the contaminations of the above four principles cannot at once accept the lotus feet of the Lord in the spiritual sky. The Vaikuntha world is situated far beyond the material sky. The material sky is under the management of Durga Devi, or the material energy of the Lord. But the Vaikuntha world is managed by the personal energy of the Lord.
Hari Om Tat Sat. Vijnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shurunmilitam Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Jaya Pathaka Swamin Nitinamine Namo Acharya Padaya Nitaya Kripa Pradhayine Gaurakatha Dhamadhaya Nagara Grama Tarine Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Yadavaya Nama, Hare Gopala Govinda Ram, Srimad Sudana. Mukam karo divachalam pagurlam gaithegiri mekhpatam ham desri guru denatarinam paramanandamadox chaitanyamishwaram Hari Om Tat Sat. So te sadhu krita sarvatha. Artha means interest. Everyone has some interest. The animal has got also interest. The man has got also interest. The big politician has also interest. Everyone has got some interest, but nobody knows what is a real interest. That is missing. Everyone has created his own interest and is working in that way. Real interest is for the human being to know what is God, what is my relationship with God, and how I shall achieve the highest perfection of life. That is real interest. Nathe vidhu swartha gatim vishnam. Swartha means swa artha. Swartha means own interest, and artha means general interest. The general interest is for the human being dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Because human life is not dog's life, no. It is not dogs and cats life. Yesterday we saw. So there must be dharma, religion, And religion means no God or what? No God means it is dark. So first interest is, religion. Otherwise, how shall I distinguish my life with the cats and dogs? Their life and my life. How can I distinguish? They are also eating, sleeping, mating, and dying. And if I also, like the cats and dogs, eat, sleep, have sex life, and die, then where is the difference? So the difference is religion. The dog society, cat society, there cannot be any religion. But in the human society, there is necessity of religion. Otherwise, it is cats and dog society. So they don't understand it. They are avoiding religion. Nowadays, the so-called advanced civilization, you see, they are avoiding religion. That means they are coming to the platform of cats and dogs. And actually, they have come already, especially in this age, in this Kali Yuga. Yesterday, we were also discussing about the Kali Yuga, the most fallen age. People are most degraded. Manda sumanda matayo manda bhagya hi upadrata. So there is, by calculation, that 75% religion yesterday I told, and 25% only religion in comparison to other ages. But this 25% religious life also will reduce. Before explaining this verse, you need to refer to some of the symptoms of age of Kali. In 12th canto, Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd chapter, it is said. So, Tataschanudinam dharma satyam sautham kshamadaya kalena valina rajan nankshati ayurbalam smriti. This is the 12th canto, the description of the Kali Yuga that's given in the Srimad Bhagavatam. This is called Shastra. This Srimad Bhagavatam was written 5,000 years ago when the Kali was to begin. Now, what will happen in future? Everything is given there. Shastra means that is truth. Therefore, we accept Shastra. Trikalajna, the Shastrakara, or the compiler of the Shastra must be liberated person. Yesterday, we saw what is the difference between liberated person and conditioned person, or not liberated person, so that he cannot describe the past, present, and future. But liberated person can describe the past, present, and future. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, you will find so many things which was told to be happening in the future. Just like in the Srimad Bhagavatam, there is mention of Lord Buddha's appearance. Srimad Bhagavatam was written 5,000 years ago. And Buddha's and Kalki's appearance is written in the Srimad Bhagavatam, which will happen. Buddha's appearance, of course, has happened already. But when the Srimad Bhagavatam was written, that time it was not happening, right? So it was written in future tense. Will appear Buddha. Similarly, there is mention of Lord Kalki's appearance also. There is mention of Lord Chaitanya's appearance also. Although it was written 5,000 years ago. Trikalajna. So they know what is past, present, and the future. So about the Kali Yuga, discussing, Sukadeva Goswami is describing the chief symptoms of this age. First symptom, he says, Tatascha Anudinam. With the progress of this age, Kali Yuga, Dharma, the religious principle, Satyam, truthfulness, Saucham, cleanliness, Kshama, forgiveness, Daya, mercifulness, Ayu, duration of life, Balam, bodily strength, Smriti, memory. Just count how many. Dharma, Satyam, Saucham, Kshama, Daya, Ayu, Balam, Smriti, 8. There are 8. These things will gradually reduce to almost 0. So the Kali Yuga, in other yugas, just like Satyuga, the duration of Satyuga was 1800,000 of years, I told you. And the human being was living in that age for 100,000 of years. 100,000 of years, that is 1 lakh years is the lifespan of a human being there in the Satya Yuga. And in the next stage, the duration of that age, 1,200,000 of years, and the people used to live only for 1,000, 10,000 years. Not over 10,000 years, 10 times reduced. And the next stage, Dwapara Yuga, just 5,000 years ago, again 10 times reduced, still they used to live for 1,000 years at least, and the duration of the age was 800,000 years. And now this is the next stage, the Kali Yuga. The limit is 100 years only lifespan, and the Kali Yuga is 4 lakh 400,000 of years. So we can live at most up to 100 years. We are not living even 100 years, but still the limit is 100. So just see, from 100 years. Now in India, the average age is about 35 years only. In Western country, maybe 70. So it is reducing already. And it will be so reduced that if a man lives for even 20 to 30 years, he will be considered grand old man in this age. So duration of life will reduce. Alpa up. So then memory, smriti, that will also reduce. We see nowadays people are not very short memory. They forget. Daily work, they forget, especially after the corona injection we have experienced. Everybody is experiencing the forgetfulness. Doing something daily, still he is forgetting, the loss of memory. Similarly, the bodily strength, everyone can understand. Your forefathers, your father, your grandfather, as they were bodily very strong. You are not so strong. I am not so strong. So bodily strength will also reduce. Memory will also reduce. Duration of life will also reduce. Then dharma, there is no question. It is almost reduced already. Nobody is interested in religion. The churches, the temples are being closed, locked up. This was a church once, and Prabhupada has at least bought the church and converted into a temple. It's gone. Where Srila Prabhupada sat and gave Srimad Bhagavatam lectures. So that building was church, but that was sold. The church was sold and nobody was coming. And so in Australia, big churches were purchased by our ISKCON. They're selling. In London, many hundred of churches. Nobody is going there. Not only churches, in India also, except a few important temples or small temples, they're being closed. They've become habitation of the dogs. Just see. So dharma or religiosity is reducing. And truthfulness, kshama, forgiveness, that is also reduced. We are very sorry that one thing has happened. He was excused, but again he was shorted. Just see. No forgiveness. Vengeance. Formally, if somebody has done something wrong, the other party, just like Arjuna, you see, even in the battlefield, he was so much tortured by the other party. Still he was, oh Krishna, let them go. I don't want to kill them. Forgiveness, So even for a small interest, they will kill. This is going on. So Satyam, Saucham, Kshama, Daya, mercifulness. Daya means, even if you see in your front, somebody is being killed, you will not take interest. No, mercifulness. It is happening already. So Satyam, Saucham, Kshama, Daya, Ayu. Ayu means duration of life. Then bodily strength, and then memory. These 8 kinds of things will reduce, 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 and reduce. And when you will see these symptoms, you will find now the age of Kali is making his progress very nicely. This is progress. Then another symptom is Vittam eva kala undranam jatmachara gunodaya. Formally, according to spiritual understanding, one man's position was calculated, just like Brahmana. Brahmana was honored because he knew Brahman. He was aware of the Supreme Spirit. So now in Kali Yuga, actually, there is no Brahmana, Kalo Shudra Sambhava. That will be also described how a Brahmana is. So Janma Achara, birthright was there. But according to the behavior, if a man is born in a Brahmana family or Kshatriya family or Vaishya family or Sudra family, he must behave like that also. That was the king's duty, to see that this man is not falsely representing himself. Just like in England, there is Lord family. So to maintain their aristocracy, the family had to deposit some money with the government so that they may not deteriorate in their aristocratic behavior. Still it is going on, but now things are finished. So aristocracy and respectability, these things were according to culture, according to education. But nowadays, what is that? Mittam eva khalau nranam. If you get money somehow or other, then everything is that. That's all. You may be a third class, fourth class, 10th class man, but if you get money some way or other, then you are very respectable. There is no question of your culture or aristocracy or education or knowledge. There is nothing. This is Kali Yuga. Dharma Nyaya Vyavasthayam Karanam Balam Evahi. And if you have got some influence and strength, then in your favor, everything will be decided. You are the most irreligious person, but if you can bribe the priestly order, he will certify, yes, you are religious. So money, not actual qualification, speaks here, Kali Yuga. So if you discuss these things, long affairs, shortly, then again it says, Dampatye abhiruchir hetur mayaiva vyavaharike. Dampatye means husband and wife relation will depend on abhiruchi. Abhiruchi means liking. A girl likes boy and a boy likes girl, that's all right. Now let the marriage take place. They don't see what will be future of this girl and the boy. Never. Therefore, everyone is unhappy. 6 months after marriage, divorce. Because the marriage took place simply on superficial liking, no deep understanding, so things are taking place like that. Formally, marriage, at least in India, at least up to that time, 100 years ago, I can say, the marriage was taking place not on the liking of the boy and the girl. No, it was decided by the parents. Just like, say, Srila Prabhupada, he was also a married man. So, Srila Prabhupada was married when he was a student. And he did not know what will be the marriage life, but the parents arranged. And what to speak of Prabhupada, there's another brilliant example. Mr. Dr. Rajendra Prasad, he was the first president of Indian independent India. He has written his biography, and he was married at the age of 8 years. Formerly in India, the marriage was taking place like that. So, Srila Prabhupada's father-in-law, he was married when he was 11 years. And Srila Prabhupada's mother-in-law was 7 years. Just see. So actually the point is that the marriage was taken by the calculation of past, present and future with astronomy as logical calculation, whether this couple will be happy in their life or not. In this way, marriage was taking place. Not that a grown-up girl, grown-up boy mixes together and he likes, she likes, then again he leaves or she leaves. This kind of marriage was not sanctioned in the Shastra. But in this age of Kali Yuga, you will see it is said that Dampatye abhiruchi, that's all. Abhiruchi, boys and girls are intermingling freely. And if she likes, that's all right, but no future calculation. This is Kali Yuga. No future calculation. Whether in future marriage is sanctioned life, sanctified life, the man and the woman live peacefully, make spiritual culture, each one will help the other so that they will live very happily and become advancement in spiritual life and then go back to God. And that is the system. But nowadays, in Kali Yuga, it will be simply liking based. Liking means the next moment disliking. That is a fact. You see, liking has no value. As soon as you based on liking, then you expect next moment disliking. That's all. And streetway pumstve chahi ratir vipratve sutram evahi. Srimad Bhagavatam tells you everything, you know. The Brahmanas, they are offered sacred thread. So people will consider, now I have got sacred thread. I have become Brahmana. I may act like that Sandala. It doesn't matter. That is going on. We, you know, this Brahmanical culture is introduced in ISKCON by Srila Prabhupada and Acharya Parampara. But in the civils, things are deteriorated. Very sorry to, you know, say this. But, you know, taking this Brahmanical initiation, and he will act as a Chandala. Chandala means lower than Sudra, angry Chandala, you see. And he's wearing sacred thread. So this is Kali Yuga. He doesn't understand that as a Brahmana, he has got so responsibility. But because he has got the 2 cent worth the sacred thread, he thinks now he has become Brahmana. Vipratve and Stritve, Pumstve, Chahi, Ratirevahi. and husband and wife, they will remain together because it was liking. And as soon as there will be sex difficulty, there will be disliking, immediately divorce. Lingam eva samakhat. Oh, lingam eva, a dress simply taking white dress. A grahastha, he may do like anything. He is grahastha. Oh, there are so many duties. Taking a saffron cloth, he is a sannyasi. These are, it will take so much time if I start explaining all these things. Avrutha nyaya dhaurbalyam panditye chapalam. If you have no money, then you will never get justice in the court. This is Kali Yuga. Nowadays, the high court judges, they are also taking bribe to give you a favorable judgment. You can purchase judgment. So if you have no money, then don't go to court to push good money after bad money. No. Avritya nyaya dhaurbalyam panditye chapalam vacha. If a man can talk expertly, it doesn't matter what he talks. Nobody requires to understand him also. Then he is called a pandita. He is learned scholar. Just see. Hape kulasvena bhagavat. Dagvendi khali kundulas. By the lacticism of life. Like if you go on speaking, nobody will understand. Nobody will understand. And people, oh, see how learned he is. And they will clap. Actually, it is happening. There are so many rascals, they are writing books. And oh, such and such, what you have understand? It is inexplicable. This is going on. Anadyaiva sadhutve dhamba evatu svikara eva chodvahe snanam eva prasadhanam. Bhagavatam. You see, 12th canto. Anadyatha, if you are poor man, then you are dishonest. People will understand that, oh, this man is actually not honest because he does not know how to earn money by hook or crook. Svikara eva khotoda chodvahe. And marriage will take place by agreement. And that is very much experienced in your time now, in our country, in every country. Now government has appointed marriage magistrate. Any boy and any girl likes, simply go to him. Maybe there is some fee. Yes, we agree to marry. And certifies. They are married. No, not like that. Formally, as the father and mother used to select and see the future. Svikara eva chodvahe. Svikara means agreement. Snanam eva prasadhanam. Snanam eva prasadhanam means cosmetic. Simply, if one can take little shower bath, then everything is finished. Actually, snana means sandhya. You have to take bath nicely. Then you have to put tilaka and chandana. Then perform your Gayatri mantra. This is called snana. Trisandhya snana. Now they are simply taking somehow or other bath and finished. No more. But Kali Yuga, this will be snanam eva. And then dure vari ayanam itham lavanyam kesha dharanam. Just see how future tell. At present moment, Kali Yuga, a man will think himself he has become very beautiful by keeping long hairs. You have got very good experience in all this time. Long hairs, just see how future will be. Who knew that people would be interested for keeping long hairs? But that is stated in Bhagavatam. Just see, Kesha Dharanam. Kesha means hair, and Dharanam means keeping. Dure Vari Ayanam Tirtham. And pilgrimage, it must be far away. Just like, in Calcutta, there is Ganges. So nobody cares for Calcutta Ganges. But they will go to Haridwar. The same Ganges only. The Ganges is coming from Haridwar down to the Bay of Bengal. But people will like to go to Haridwar, taking so much hardship to take bath there, because that becomes Tirtha. Every religion, they have got Tirtha. The Muslims, they have got mosque. What is that? Mecca, Medina. The Christian, they have got Jerusalem. Similarly, the Hindus, then they must travel very long. That will be Tirtha. But actually, Tirtha means Tirthi Kurvanti Tirthani, where there is saintly person, where there is Guru Maharaj, where there is devotees of ISKCON. That is Tirtha, yaar. Not to go to 10,000 miles and simply take a dip in the water and come back. Bhagavatam is so beautifully explaining the Kali Yuga. Udaram Bharata Swartha Satyatve Darshyam Evahi Dakshyam Kutumba Varanam Yasho Arthe Dharma Sevanam. Udaram Bharata. Udaram Bharata means the interest. I was speaking of interest in the beginning of this lecture. Now in Kali Yuga, the interest will be if you can eat someday very sumptuously, then your all interest is fulfilled. That's all. It means people will be so hungry, so nothing to eat. Therefore, if they can eat someday very sumptuously, that will be fulfillment of all interest. And Satyat Vedastyam Evahi, one who will simply play jugglery of words, he will be considered as very truthful person. And another, Dakshyam Kutumba Varanam, one shall be considered very expert if he can maintain his family, wife and children. That means this will be difficult in the Kali Yuga. It has already become difficult to maintain a wife and a few children. That is also a great burden at the same time. So there's nobody is interested in marriage. Evam prachabhir dusthabhir akhirne kshiti mandale. In this way, when all the people will be infected by the poison of this Kali Yuga, Brahmavit Kshatra Sudranam Yo Bali Pavita Nrupa. So it doesn't matter whether he is a Brahmana or a Kshatriya or Vaishya or Sudra or Chandala, one who is powerful in getting votes, he will occupy the presidential post or the royal post. Just see. Formerly, the system was that not the Brahmana or Vaishya or Sudra can occupy the royal throne, only the Kshatriyas. Now, in the Kali Yuga, there is no such thing. Who is Kshatriya? Who is Brahmana? Anyone, by hook or crook, you get your vote. Democracy and occupy, and whatever you may be a rascal number one, but you will be posted on the supreme exalted presidential post. Then what will happen to the Praja? Praja hinubdhai rajanyai nirgranair dashu dharmabi. So these classes of men who goes to the government post by votes, mostly their qualification is lubdhai rajanya. Greedy government men, greedy. Nirgrunair dasyudha. Their business is plundering only. Their business is to plunder you. We actually see that every year they are exacting heavy tax, and whatever money is received, they divide amongst themselves. And the citizens' condition remains the same. In every government, we can see like that. Praja dasyu dharmami. In this way, gradually, all people will be so much harassed. Achinna dhara dravina. That they will like to give up their family life. Achinna dhara. Dhara means wife, and dravina means money. Achinna dhara dravina. Yashyanti giri khananam. They will go in the forest. Then these symptoms are also there. So in this way, there are so many symptoms, it will take a long time to describe. This is Kali Yuga. But there is remedy. There is remedy also. Kalir doshe niderajan hastiri eko mahan guna kirtanat eva krishnasya mukta sangha param rajet. Kalir doshe niderajan. The faults of this age, just like ocean of faults. Kali is full of ocean of faults. Just like in the ocean, you cannot, in Pacific Ocean, if you are put into Pacific Ocean, you don't know how your life will be saved. It is very difficult here. Even if you are very expert swimmer, still it is not possible that you can cross the Pacific Ocean. That is not possible. Similarly, the Kali Yuga, as it is stated in the Bhagavata, Kalir Doshe Nidera, and that infected with so many anomalies that there is no way out. But there is one medicine only. Kirtanat eva krishnasya mukta sangha param rajet. So that is also described that if you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This Hare Krishna mantra, Kirtanad eva Krishnasya, especially the name of Krishnasya Mukta Sangha, you will be relieved from the infection of this Kali Yuga, from all the faults of this Kali Yuga, all the influence of the faults of the five Pandavas. They have been described as sadhu, very honest, saintly, sadhu, krita sarvartha. They have executed all the duties the human being has got duty. There are so many duties we have seen yesterday also, today also. Devarshi Bhutabda Nrinam Pitrunam. Devarshi, we have got duties. We are Nrini. Nrini means indebted personalities. We are in debt. So, whom we are indebted? As soon as you take your birth on this planet, you are indebted to so many persons. Who are they? First, Deva. Deva means the demigods or God, actually God. God has got many assistant demigods. So you are indebted, just like you are getting the sunshine, just like we are getting this electricity. Now the bill will be presented. If you don't pay, the next day your electricity will be cut off. And by nature's or God's arrangement, there is also sunshine. Therefore, you have to perform yajna. If you don't perform yajna, then there will be no sunshine. Therefore, in the Western countries, you see, it's very difficult to get sunshine because they don't perform yajna. This is natural sequence. So, we are indebted to the sun god, we are indebted to the Indra. Indra means who is supplying water, just like you have got electricity department, water department, this department, so many departments. Similarly, so big kingdom of God is going on. There are also different departments. But these fools, they don't know why I am getting. Just like a child does not know how this electricity is coming. He thinks it is coming automatically. Why automatically? Yeah? Is it coming automatically? You have to pay for it. There is powerhouse, there is connection, so many things. But he doesn't know. Similarly, all these fools, they will say, oh, sunshine is by nature, automatically. Moonshine, automatically. This is automatic. What do you mean by automatically? What thing happens automatically unless there is arrangement? And because there is so nice, good arrangement, it is to be understood there is good government. And as soon as you accept this, you must have to accept necessity of God, without which arrangement cannot be done. So we are indebted to God. So just like if you don't pay taxes to the government doesn't become poor. But your supply will be stopped. You will suffer. Similarly, if you don't accept that there is supreme government, the supreme governor is quite sufficient. God is completely munificent or rich. He will not suffer, but you will suffer. Therefore, it is said, Desadu Krita Swartha. Just like if you remain cleansed, paying all your taxes, then you are very honest citizen. Similarly, if you become obedient to God and His government, then you are sadhu. Otherwise, you are dishonest. That is explained in Bhagavad Gita. Sadhu eva samantavya. One who is very much obedient to the laws of God, he is sadhu. Not that by changing dress one becomes sadhu. So, they sadhu they have executed all the duties, these Pancha Pandavas, very beautifully. Jnatva atyantikam atmana. We are anchoring after happiness temporarily, but we don't know what is ultimate happiness. So they know what is the ultimate happiness. What is that? Sukhamatyantikam yattad atindriya grahyam. Atyantikam. The ultimate happiness is not perceived by these gross material senses. The ultimate happiness is appreciated, understood by transcendental senses. The same senses means now the senses are covered by material infection. So when you purify this material infection, then your senses become pure, and in that pure senses, you can enjoy real happiness. Therefore, here it is said, Atyantikam Atmana Manasa Dharayam Asu. See? So, they knew what is the Atyantikam Dhara Vaikunta Charanambujam. Vaikunta Charanambujam. Vaikunta means what? Vigata Kunta. Kunta means anxiety. And God's another name is Vaikunta. If you take shelter of the lotus feet of God, Krishna, then you become without anxieties. This is the only way. Everyone is full of anxiety. Even a bird, even a beast, even a small ant. What to speak of our position? The material world is such. We must be full of anxieties. That is explained also as Sadhgara. Because we have accepted something flickering as shelter. If you accept something which is not permanent, which is still trying, in a boat, suppose, which is still trying, at any moment you will be drowned. So you cannot be free from anxiety. But if you accept a strong, very big ship, you are assured that I will not be drowned. Similarly, we are accepting this shelter, that shelter, this shelter, and that shelter, avoiding the shelter of God. Therefore, we are full of anxiety in life. If you want to become free from anxiety, then here is the prescription by Vaikuntha Charanambujam. Take shelter of the lotus feet of Krishna. They have taken, see, Yudhishthira and all his brothers following him. This is the secret of success. Chant Hare Krishna and surrender unto Krishna. Take shelter of Krishna. Everything will fall into place very nicely. No more anxiety. Life is successful. Thank you very much. Any questions or comments or realization, please do share with us. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thank you very much for the association with Rishimor Srimad Bhagavatam class tomorrow evening at 8 o'clock. Till then, Grandra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Jai.
Patita Pavan Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
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 Vaishnav Pranam.
पतितानां वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
जय श्री गुरु महाराज की जय।
जय
गौर प्रेमानंदे।
हरि
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 बोल।
बोल।